Hey guys, welcome to Parental Guidance, Gaming, and Tech. Today in prep for summer, we're going to go over something we get a lot of questions about, so some ways on how to kind of effectively regulate video game use over the summer without having to go through those giant epic battles and really overwhelm yourself with trying to keep track of everything. So what I'm going to look at today is specific to the Nintendo Switch. So I don't know if you guys have one, but Nintendo Switch, so I'm going to have mine plugged into the TV, but really what I'm going to go over is how to set up the parental controls to make it easier for you to keep track of the minutes and to also kind of assign minutes and do things like that. So let me show you how to get it on your phone. I'm going to do the iPhone version, but it should work the same for Android phones too, so let me get that done right now. Alright, so what you'll see here is I've got in my game section, I downloaded the app called Switch Parental Controls, so I'm just going to click on that. And this is going to take us through the initial setup, so I haven't done this on this specific Switch yet, so I'm just going to hit next. I'm going to sign into my Nintendo account. So I've already got one set up, so for here you'll just sign into whatever account you have attached to your Nintendo Switch. And what it's going to tell me here is that a Nintendo Switch console is going to be registered to the app. Alright, so now it's telling me the directions. So I have this registration code. What I have to do is I'm already at the home screen, and on my Switch here, I'm going to go to Settings. I'm going to go to Parental Controls, and I'm going to go to Parental Controls Settings. Close out Smash Brothers. So I have the app installed, and now I'm going to enter that registration code that we had here at the top. And hit OK. And it's asking me if I want to register. So obviously you have to have both your phone and Switch in your possession, so you can't really do this while your child's playing on here, but I'm going to register it. Alright, so now I'll leave this open, but what we're going to do is we're going to set up some parental controls here. So the first thing you can do is set up like a daily limit. So let's say it's summer and you're thinking 2 hours. Now this is completely individual to your own child and their ability to cope with this, age, how much you trust them. So we'll just do this to start for 2 hours. You can do things like restricting different software. So Nintendo, because they have a lot of control over their software, has rating systems built into almost everything. You have to install everything on the system. So you can really set up whatever restrictions you want with this one. So I can set it up, you can do a custom, so I can set it so software rated for age 13 up. So let's see if I can cut myself out. You can make it so, because with Nintendo you can actually link this to some of your social media, people can post screenshots and videos, so you can restrict that. You can set up communication within specific games themselves. So within certain games you can make it so they can't use voice or text chat. And VR mode, I don't think you really need to mess with that, but I will do that. So now my system is locked down from anything that is 12 and up. And I enable push notifications because that'll let me send things to and from the Switch if I need to. So what you can do here, if you need to add another Switch, so you can obviously name this one Jeff, and obviously if you have other children you can name them so you can have this completely individualized between your different kids. Now, another thing you'll be able to do is you can set up a playtime limit for today. You can do a bedtime alarm, so this will give you an alarm if they're reaching their bedtime. So no matter how much time is left, you can cut them off. Let's say I don't want them to play after 9 p.m. So I'll save that. And you can also change up different days. So Saturday and Sunday, if you want to add extra time, you can do 4 hours, let's say 4 hours, or 4 hours, 15 minutes. And you can also change the bedtime on those days too. So let's say Saturday is allowed to play till 10. So you have a lot of granular control over this stuff. And what this bottom thing, suspend software, means is that once they are hit the time limit, the software completely gets suspended. So I won't be able to hit the time. Let me set a custom. Here, I'm not going to save this. I'm going to show you what happens when I'm going to change this to a lot lower. So let me save this. So 15 minutes. So I will do that. I will suspend software so you can see what it looks like. I'll play for 15 minutes and make sure it's recorded. So another thing to notice here while we're in is I can always see how much time, as the child here, I can always see how much time is left. So if I wanted to, I could put in, you can do your special parent code that I don't know if I had entered or not, but you can you put your code in, but I'm not going to do that. So
3, 2, 1, go!
Now I can go and check anytime I want. Oh, so at the top left corner, even though I'm in the middle of the battle, it gives me a warning that there's 5 minutes left. Now it doesn't keep the timer up all the time because that can actually be kind of stressful for kids to constantly have 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, but it does give reminders so you aren't having to go and set timers and give reminders. So while that does help, it's hard sometimes to keep track of all that stuff while also doing everything else you're trying to do. So at any point in the game, I can also go here and check how much time I have left. So they're able to check and always know and be aware, so there's not really a question of how much time's left for the day. Now again, I only set mine for 15 minutes. Because of an example, but obviously they would see if they had an hour left, 2 hours, however much you had set. I've got 2 minutes left. Coming down to the wire a little bit here. Trying to keep the app open too, so you can see what kind of alert it gives at the end. So I made the bad decision. I started a game with 1 minute left, which is my mistake if I was a kid. Because I know I'm not going to finish this match, but I can try. It's good practice for just being able to stop stuff in the middle. I don't know if any 90s parents will recognize the background, but or the Batman. What would you say? So my time is up. So let's give me a little bit of an alert here. Let's see how it goes. So it has suspended my software, so I can either put it to sleep, or if, I can go to a parent and say disable controls, and then you can put in the numbers if you want, but we'll just assume they're not able to do it. Switch goes to sleep. Now I've gotten the alerts that came through. So it says the set time limit has been reached. It gives me the choice to disable alarms and allow them to keep playing. So I've actually added another hour here. So and sometimes it takes a little bit to load through there. So, and just to be aware, so obviously I started right where I left off. So that's the beauty of Switch, is that most of the software just gets suspended. So I am mid-battle, exactly where I was. Now you'll see it actually, because it's cumulative, it has actually only added 45 minutes because I had already used 15 minutes of the day. So keep that in mind. If you want to add another hour for the day, you have to go in and add, it would actually be an hour and 15 minutes. So if I save that and see how it changed there at the top, it changed it to 1 hour, or I can always hit disable alarms for today if you're just tired and done with it. Now the other thing I wanted to do is to test out the age restriction. So I had set it as 12 or 13 up. Now I don't know for sure. I assume Doom is 17 and up. It's a game from the late 90s. So let's see what it does. Oh, so I can't play that software. So it actually works. So if you as a parent are sharing the Switch and you have like a Apex Legends or kind of a competitive shooter type game, and you don't really want the kids to be playing it, you can set that restriction on there. And then obviously turn it off if you're going to be playing later. But you can temporarily disable these parental controls, or you can actually, like, part of this, as you see here, there's a whitelist at the very top. So I click that, and I can create a whitelist for specific software so that they're able to play games like that. But so the restrictions are usually kind of built into the game themselves. So that should be helpful for you guys. The other thing I'll show real quick, I don't think I went over it earlier, is just make sure that within here in your console settings, I don't think I showed you this, but this is where your pin is. So you go in here, I just have a generic default one in there, but you put whatever pin you want in there. It can be 4 to 8 digits, only numbers, because as you remember, it's that you enter it in with the joystick. So if your kids guess it right, then they get unlimited playtime. So try to make it something they won't think of, although you do get notifications if they're trying to hack in there and use different birthdays of different relatives. So that's kind of the full walkthrough here. And here's where it starts to show you it gives you the breakdown of what they've been playing, what games or apps they're using. So that's, I spent 10 minutes there. It hasn't updated it fully with the game I have open now. I was trying to have it load some more stuff in here, but yeah, they'll just give you a breakdown of everything that they're using. So that's it for the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls tutorial. If you have any more stuff you'd like us to do videos on in the future, please leave it in the comments. And be sure to like and subscribe to the videos so you get updates for future ones. We'll be trying to do these all summer. Again, I'm Dr. Jeff Peel. I work for Family Psychology Associates in Safety Harbor, Florida. You can visit us at our website, www.fampsy.org, and I'll post the link at the bottom. And I hope you guys have a great day.